Came screaming into the world, a tiny hand gripping the light. Everything new, a story unfurled, safe in the warmth of the night. They held you close and whispered your name, a fragile heart beating so fast. Ignore the slow, inevitable flame, believing this moment would last. And the sun was a gold coin rolling across the sky through innocent eyes, where the shadows were toys, and there was forever, all the time in the world, all the time in the world. The garden was bigger than any map. The grass was an ocean of green. You fell in a comforting lap, the strangest and safest scene. We built great kingdoms of sand that washed away the tide. You thought you could hold in your hand the secrets the grown-ups tried to hide. And the sun was a gold coin rolling across the sky through innocent eyes, where the shadows were toys, and there was forever, all the time in the world, all the time in the world. Truth whispered in the hall. The innocent moments did pass, and the walls began to fall. The colors grew faded and thin, the easy horizon receded. The real world began to rush in, the innocent suddenly unheeded. But for a while so clear, just a coin rolling, the sun rolling forever.
Another row of desks, another curriculum. They hand you a book and they tell you what to read. A sterile seed planted in a place that used to feed on wonder and chaos and stars in the sky. Now they just teach you the answer and tell you not to try to build your own compass, just follow the line. A societal mold for the standardized mind. Control the mind, that's the silent decree. Not to awaken the soul, but to make us agree with the rhythm of the clock and the factory floor. To be a good cog and never ask for more. They crush the invention, they dampen the flame. It's an education system, but it feels like a game of forcing the square peg into the round hole. Control the mind, and you control the soul. The free spirit flickers, a bright-eyed, curious kid. They drew flying horses, hit secrets where no one could forbid. But the grading scale calls for neatness and speed, and imagination is a non-essential need. They cut the broad wings of fantasy and a place, and that won't get you hired at the end of the day. They measure success by a standardized test and put a cap on the things you truly know best. Control the mind, that's the silent decree. Not to awaken the soul, but to make us agree with the rhythm of the clock and the factory floor. To be a good cog and never ask for more. They crush the invention, they dampen the flame. It's an education system, but it feels like a game of forcing the square peg into the round hole. Control the mind, and you control the soul. control the soul. Waste to use. See the town.
tell you the way. Don't wander off, don't go astray. They want you quiet, they want you small. They wanna see your shadow crawl. But you don't need their nod, you don't need their praise to walk in the sun, to navigate your maze. You don't need to please, you don't need to fit. Let their judgment fall where it may sit. Don't worry about it, don't worry, just live. Don't let them ruin the gifts you have to give. Just live. They whisper loud, be safe, be smart. Don't show the world the beating of your heart. They'll try to smooth the edges you hold. Turn all your fire into something cold. They call it normal, they call it right, but it's just a way for them to dim your light. But you don't need their nod, you don't need their praise to walk in the sun, to navigate your maze. You don't need to please, you don't need to fit. Let their judgment fall where it may sit. Don't worry about it, don't worry, just live. Don't let them ruin the gifts you have to give. Just live. Let 'em not know, let 'em not see the beautiful, wild, unpredictable me. Their understanding is not the key. Your own true rhythm will set your spirit free. You don't need their nod, you don't need their praise to walk in the sun, to navigate your maze. You don't need to please, you don't need to fit. Let their judgment fall where it may sit. Don't worry about it, don't worry, just live. This life is yours and yours alone to give. Just live. the clock tick, soft as a sigh. Behind a pane of glass where the pale light would die. The wallpaper fades in the shadow of years, and the silence is heavy with things no one hears. We watch the second hand crawl, convinced it will wait for the perfect alignment, the turn of the gate. But the dust on the sill holds the evidence clear that the future's a promise that just disappears. The echo in the hallways was names we forgot, a letter unwritten, a chance left to rot. The moment was breathing, a shimmering prize. Now just a faint tremor behind your closed eyes. And it's slipping through fingers like smoke from a fire. The weight of the decades, the unfulfilled desire. We build paper castles on grains of the sand. The clock on the wall makes its chilling demand. The present is fragile, a photograph blurred, a precious vibration, a vanishing word. It's slipping, it's fading, and all that we know is the shadow gets longer wherever we go. Remember the morning, the window was wide, the sun was a blessing, and fear stepped aside. You stood on the threshold with wings for a flight, but the comfort of darkness outweighed the bright light. The years are a tapestry, unraveling slow, each missed conversation a place where threads go. Now the air is polluted with should have and might, the ghosts of the choices we buried at night. We wait for the signal, the sign in the sky, while the seconds are burning, just letting them fly. But there is no rewind, no celestial pause, only the momentum of immutable laws. The future is built with the bricks of the now, so breathe in the moment and get through it somehow. And it's slipping through fingers like smoke from a fire. The weight of the decades, the unfulfilled desire. We build paper castles on grains of the sand. The clock on the wall makes its chilling demand. The present is fragile, a photograph
Trades his hours for a little peace, counting the parts, adjusting the dial. He works the floor mile after slow mile. The dust in the lung, the mortgage on the tract, a life he sells away and can't get back. The stamping press descends in only size. He trades the years beneath the toxic skies. He builds a ship for others to enjoy. His children grow without the man, the boy. He sends the checks, he leaves the door ajar. He is just a number, driving a rusty car. If the bell breaks him or the machine takes hold, the cleanup crew will leave the story untold. They'll move his gear before the noon break hits and swap his badge for one that fits. A new green hand to run the thing he ran. No time for sorrow, just a production plan. He looks at pictures taped beneath the light. A wedding day, a small child on a bike. He sees the laughter in the faded tone, the quiet growing up he's never known. The dinners missed, the games he didn't see. The factory bought the life he meant to be. They only see him when he walks through the door. A sad, broken man, like his father before. The stamping press descends in only size. He trades the years beneath the toxic skies. He builds a ship for others to enjoy. His children grow without the man, the boy. He sends the checks, he leaves the door ajar. He is just a number, driving a rusty car.
its hands. Another tomorrow slips through the sands. You fret and you fuss over bills and bad news, the bullshit and worries, the things you might lose. But the light will fade out for every soul born. We're all heading down to where the dark's warm. So why drag the weight of the chains that you build? We all end up the same way, 6 feet down in a field. The traffic, the drone of the phone. We build up these prisons, we call them our home. A misplaced intention, a word left unsaid. These ghosts that we chase when we should be ahead. But the light will fade out for every soul born. We're all heading down to where the dark's worn. We all end up the same way, 6 feet down in a Look up at the night sky, see the silent deep void. This moment is fragile, it must be enjoyed. Feel the sun on your skin. Let go of the small things and let the world in. For when the last silence descends on your